This is a place where she could exercise an open relationship. Like, if it's gonna happen, I might as well see it, supervise it, make sure everything's okay.
Wait, what? No, you didn't have to jump to that.
I gotta see it.
It don't need to be literally in front of you.
It was literally like this far away from me.
Can you have a mental image of your girl getting fucked by another?
Twice, yeah.
Hold on.
Twice.
Wait, how
Two
close
times.
was it?
We were on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was with my girl.
You
Like,
was
right
on
here.
the bed?
Yeah.
Ooh, we need Jesus to come back. We really need Jesus to come back. We clearly need some order set in this world today. And I'm starting to think, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I'm starting to think, as much as these guys claim to be part of the Red Pill community, I'm starting to wonder if these people are not agents, then they're damn selves. I mean, because if these are the people that are being promoted as the top of the Red Pill space, I mean, who set that up? Who set that up? And you never find that very interesting, that these people who get to the top echelon of society, the people that get pushed out in media, and you always hear things about them in the media, right? You never wonder why they always in this type of filth, this type of garbage. I mean, I'm really starting to think that dudes like this are set up by the powers that be. It just has to. They get all this notoriety, and then for what? For them to promote their woman being rammed, and then it's cool to get rammed by another dude and be in an open relationship, so I can supervise it. Supervise what? What's going on, y'all? BlueFalcon here, coming to you with another video. Welcome to the Old School Podcast, the podcast where we talk about current events and modern trends and explain why life would be better with an old school traditional mindset. Now, let's just start right here, right? I got introduced to the Red Pill community maybe a couple of years now. And when I first got introduced to the Red Pill was a movement that was coined from the movie The Matrix, right? And it was clear, Neo, he met Morpheus, and he was given two options. You could take the red pill or the blue pill. If you took the blue pill, that means you just want to remain asleep. You want to continue to listen to the lies that the media, or in the case of the Matrix, this fake reality, this fake world. If you bring it to today's time, the blue pill means that pretty much you are this person who wants to be totally oblivious. You just want to turn a blind eye to what's actually happening in society today. On the other side, you could take the red pill, and if you were to take the red pill, then you would be enlightened, right? And in the case of the movie The Matrix, he finally was able to see behind the scenes and what was actually going on. In today's society, it would mean that pretty much anything that they purporting in the news media is pretty much a lie. Anything that these politicians are saying most likely is a lie, and et cetera, right? So the Red Pill community came from that movie, The Matrix, and they coined that movement Red Pill because pretty much they were trying to wake people up to what's actually going on in society. And when I first came to this, movement, the Red Pill, I was like, hey man, I'm down for it. Hey, they're trying to promote truth. And then there was at one point in time, it seemed like Red Pill kind of went into the dating and relationship space. So pretty much if you were a blue pill, pretty much you were a beta male, right? Women could just walk all over you. And if you were a red pill, because you understand the truth, you'll understand the truth behind female nature and their hypergamous nature. And then pretty much you won't allow women to walk over you. You don't also allow women to dominate such or occupy such a major space in your mind, right? You're not thinking with your dick, you're thinking with your mind, right? Your actual head, right? So in other words, you wasn't just so enamored by the poom poom. You can actually talk to women and put them in their place if it calls for it, and you wouldn't be a beta male simp, right? And et cetera, So why am I making this video today? I'm making this video because I find it so utterly despicable what I'm actually witnessing in the Red Pill community. I mean, the Red Pill community at one point in time, they championed themselves to be, the bearers of truth. They championed themselves to be the ones who would restore masculinity in society, and I'm all for that. But if these are the people that you are looking up to, you could just throw your masculinity out the window. And just check this out.
The main topic involves a banned YouTube creator that I'm sure you've all heard of before. His name is Sneako. A lot of people compared him to like a diet Andrew Tate. He recently got banned, and he still does make content elsewhere. And recently he started targeting me because I made jokes about his friends on the Fresh and Fit podcast. He then makes a big rant about me, calling me a bitch, saying all kinds of things. He doesn't really make any points. He just insults my appearance a lot and makes very bold assumptions about me not.
So this man is none other than Moist Critical. Now, me personally, I don't really watch him, but this video in particular is going viral because he was talking about Sneako, who is actually one of the more prominent figures within the red pill space. For reasons I personally don't understand. All right. And I'm not one to usually hate on anybody. I really don't want to hate on anybody. But I got to talk about this today because, again, if this is the message that you want to actually promote to men, then I just have to chime in and try to help some of you brothers think. All right, I just have to, because if you're going to follow this man and his line of thinking, you are completely doomed. Masculinity is doomed. All right, so this man that was talking was Moist Critical. All right, and Moist Critical, in short, this is a dude that pretty much, he's a very big YouTuber, and he seems to have beef with Sneako, right? And he's pointing out that Sneako is attacking him and not making any real points, right? Now, look, one thing you have to understand about the internet space, if you dare to open your mouth and attack somebody, just be prepared to receive some backlash. So just look at the dirt that this man has on Sneako, and it's a shame.
Going outside and shit like that, which of course has nothing to do with anything I was saying, nor does it debunk any of my points. Not that I was even really making points, I was just making jokes about a silly fucking story, and he's taking it as if I just gave a TED Talk on monogamy, because for some reason he somehow gets lost in like this Winter Soldier episode, like this delusional fantasy, where he starts making a statement on monogamy, which of course had nothing to do with the video I made.
So Sneako is attacking him on his relationship, and it seems like Moist Critical, he's in a monogamous relationship. Now, why would you attack somebody for that? Je ne sais pas. I really do not know whatsoever. But what's so sad is because, again, you have a bunch of men who have been hurt, right? And these are the men within the red pill space. They've been hurt, and they trying to latch onto masculinity so much, but they take it overboard. So they want to talk about polygyny, right? Or they might call it polygamy. Do your research, but it's truly polygyny. But they want to engage in polygyny, so they dog men who actually partake in monogamy as if that's a foul lifestyle. I mean, I don't get it. If a man chooses to be with one woman, I mean, why is he any less of a man? Again, je ne sais pas. I do not know. But what ends up happening is that these men, so-called men in the red pill community, they think they could just be with a bunch of women, right? Because they believe in quote-unquote polygamy. But deep down inside, they're just a bunch of whoremongers. That's all it really is, right? They're a bunch of whoremongers, but they want to try to use perhaps maybe some, they want to grab on maybe very loosely to biblical principles. But again, I say loosely because they probably don't know a lick of scriptures to actually back it up. They just want to, again, justify their whoremongering, lifestyle. But apparently he's mad at Moist Critical because he has one woman. Why? I don't know.
I'm not going to say names. Someone texted me. He's in a monogamous relationship. This is his girl.
So this is really weird, right? So like he's in a monogamous relationship. who cares? Who cares if he's in a monogamous relationship? Again, I understand you trying to restore masculinity, you men in the red pill space, right? But does restoring masculinity mean that you need to have sex with a whole bunch of women to prove your manhood? I mean, it sounds very insecure to me. That's just me personally, right? Now, am I hating on people who actually are partaking in polygyny? Absolutely not. That's your right. But don't dog men who, because they partake in monogamy. And mind you, let's watch later, because you're going to start to realize that as much as he wants to tout polygyny, I mean, he sure ain't doing a good job on behalf of men representing that lifestyle. I mean, but I'll save that for the later on in the video. And let me add this in there too. The fact that people feel that they have the need to bring in your family members. Like, you have a beef between two individuals and they both have a social media presence. Why are you gonna drag family members into the mix? Or in this case, their partners into the mix? Why? Just let them be. They don't have a social media presence. Why you need to attack their loved ones? I mean, these tactics is extremely pitiful, and that's not something that I think a real man would engage in any damn way. I mean, look, if you're gonna have a beef with me, have a beef with me. Don't have a beef with my family members. Don't have a beef with my wife. Don't have a beef with my children. I mean, man, it's whack. It's corny as hell.
So he's always just been kind of a weird person to me that I don't pay too much attention to, but I couldn't help but take notice of one of his more recent viral clips where he openly defends getting cucked.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was, imagine seeing the girl you love, like, get her? Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other agreement?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't.
Anyway, when you went up there, you said something. You said something to the nature of whatever happens, happens.
What? Yeah, so we go in there with the mentality that whatever happens inside that party, it just stays at the party. Like,
yeah.
And so I saw her, I've seen her other men, and it's just like, that was.
Seen it?
Yeah, I saw it like literally right.
I can't be no bullshit.
I want to start from the beginning.
How does that?
You came, so let's go, because I want to get into all that. That's fantastic stuff.
Fantastic stuff. This is crazy. And yo, Sneako, let me actually try to reach out to you real quick, right? Because if these people that you in this podcast or this interview with, if you think that they're your boys, they clearly not. They clearly setting you up for the biggest L that you probably gonna take for the rest of your life. I mean, so you go to a party with your girl. Listen up, fellas. I want all you guys to listen to this, right? Both man and women. So he takes his girl to a party, and somehow along the lines, you see your girl getting smashed. She's getting ran through by another man. I mean, if that speaks masculinity to you, please let me know if I'm crazy. Please let me know if I'm crazy. I mean, this is something that I would have never heard about ever in my life back in the day. I mean, that, I don't know in what world, what country, what civilization was that ever cool amongst men to have your woman getting smashed and you're in the room? I mean, he's saying she was right here, right? I don't know in what world is that cool where you seeing your woman get smashed right in front of your face. Bruh, that's a huge L. That's a huge L.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked. Are there rules to, like, how big the nigga dick can be? So can she enjoy it? Like, what if she's enjoying it too much?
That's the thing. It's like she's moaning pretty loud. Like, I don't.
She's moaning loud.
So all right. So we went on two different. Hold on. We went on two different occasions. The first time,
crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't.
3-4 pumps, and he walked out. I mean, my dude, the moment you were in the room with another man about to smash your woman, and she's okay with that. First of all, matter of fact, I'm not even gonna blame the woman because you, as a man, you even allowed yourself to be put in this predicament. You put that woman in that predicament where you hoeing her out, where now she's a whore. I mean, what is the matter with? And these are the people that are being idolized in the red pill space. I mean, this is sick. And you know, I mean, damn, if men like this exist, then maybe women are right. Maybe women have a right to say where all the good men at. I mean, if this is what they see as examples of men, I mean, he's no example to me, and I'm sure for those who actually listen to me, I'm sure he's no example of yours. But I mean, is this the best that the red pill has to offer? He's clearly not. By the way, I'm being very facetious, right? Because he is not indicative of the entire red pill space. There's some people out there that I do listen to, I still listen to, and still highly respect. But this brother, he done lost all my respect. I mean, I was already kind of like on the fence about this cat to begin with. But now after this, now I'm 100% without a doubt sure I do not want to hear a damn thing that this clown has to tell me. I just don't. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. That must have been the most cooked thing, cooked out shit any man can do. I mean, let me just actually look this thing. I'm on Google, and I'm actually going to type in the word cuck, meaning maybe you guys can understand where I'm coming from. All right, you guys? So you see here, cuck. It means a weak or servile man, right? A weak or servile man, often used as contemptuous term for a man with moderate or progressive political views. Number 2, a man whose wife is sexually unfaithful. I mean, I don't know what better definition than to explain Sneako than that.
This is a place where she can exercise an open relationship. Like, if it's gonna happen, I might as well see it, supervise it, make sure everything's okay.
Wait, what? No, you didn't have to jump to that.
I gotta see it.
It don't need to be literally in front of you.
It was literally like this far away from me.
Can you?
You have a mental
What?
image of your girl getting fucked by another
So
Twice, yeah.
Hold on.
Wait, how close was it?
We were on the same bed. I was with his girl. He was with my girl.
You
Like,
was
right
on
here.
the bed?
Yeah.
So he was on the same bed in the process. So this dude engaged in sodomy. I mean, he pretty much you in the same bed with a man, but you call yourself a man, and you have your woman getting rammed by this man. Ooh, we need Jesus to come back. We really need Jesus to come back. We clearly need some order set in this world today. And I'm starting to think, I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I'm starting to think, as much as these guys claim to be part of the Red Pill community, I'm starting to wonder if these people are not agents, then they're damn selves. I mean, because if these are the people that are being promoted as the top of the Red Pill space, I mean, who set that up? Who set that up? And you never find that very interesting, that these people who get to the top echelon of society, the people that get pushed out in media, and you always hear things about them in the media, right? You never wonder why they always in this type of filth, this type of garbage. I mean, I'm really starting to think that dudes like this are set up by the powers that be. It just has to. They get all this notoriety, and then for what? For them to promote their woman being rammed, and then it's cool to get rammed by another dude and be in an open relationship, so I can supervise it. Supervise what? Supervise what? Ain't nothing to supervise. That nasty shit should have never taken place in the first damn place. Where the real men at? Please comment down below. And even you women, is that what would you respect your man if he saw you getting rammed by another man? You know, back in the days in slavery, right? Do you know that's literally what they would do to emasculate men? I mean, slave masters would literally rape women in front of their husbands to emasculate the man, to show them that they have dominance over their woman. So now we're gonna try to sugarcoat this act and say, "Oh, I'm supervising this open relationship." That's a straight up abomination, and he's lying to himself. Actually, if he's not an agent, then this dude is really a big sucker. He's a huge sucker for this one, and he's probably trying to cover it up, trying to cover the hurt by making jokes with these clowns. But straight up, this is sick. This is straight up sick.
I'm like feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test.
No!
You know what? You know what?
No!
I think
Really? You see, and this is my problem with. This is why I made this video. This is something that you think every man should do. Could you imagine all the little boys that actually listen to Sneako, and if they learn how to be a man, how to be masculine by way of Sneako, this is the example. No. Look, this is why I call it the old school podcast, right? I'm hoping that maybe I can shed some light on how men, and mind you, I'm not that old, right? I'm not trying to even present myself as the old man, the OG. No, I'm none of that, right? But what I'm saying is that just listen to how the men back in the day thought. This is not it. This is far from it. Right? Read the Bible. How these men conducted themselves. The real men. Right? The real men. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. The real men. Right? The patriarchs of the Bible. Read about them. See if you ever saw even remotely something this foul. No. Look, do not take what they trying to promote in this red pill space today, especially from Sneako, as any indication on how to be a man. This was utterly despicable. It was sick. I'm actually very disappointed that I saw this. Anyway, please comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the whole situation. Please, do y'all agree that you think all men should have this experience of having your woman being ran through by another man? Please let me know in the comments down below, because I'm actually very curious, if there's any remote sense of masculinity left in this generation today. Anyway, this was BlueFalcon. I'm over and out. Game hard, y'all. Jesus is king.
Game to win. Game hard.